Highest common factor is the largest number or the biggest number that can divide two or more numbers without leaving out a remainder. Highest common factor is the largest number or is the largest factor, largest number that can divide two or more numbers, but without leaving a remainder. So let's take, for example, let's look for the highest common factor of 4 and 6. The highest common factor of 4 and 6. So to find the highest common factors of these numbers, firstly, you'll have to list all the factors of 4. Firstly, list all the factors of 4. All the factors of 4, we have 1, 2, and 4. And all the factors of 6, we have 1, 2, 3, and 6. First, start off by looking for the factors of 4, then look for the factors of 6. Then from there, look at the highest number that appears in both sets of numbers. Look for the highest number that appears in both sets of numbers. I think you can see there, for factors of 4, we have a 2 there as the largest number, and then we have 2 as well for the factors of 6. So which means the highest common factor for 4 and 6 is 2. Let's take another example. Let's look for the highest common factor, let's say of the highest common factor, let's say of let's say 40 and let's say 40 and 50, just as an example. The highest common factor, the biggest number that can divide 40, and then the biggest number that can divide 50 as well. So the number has to be the same. So let's start off by listing factors of 40. Factors of 40, numbers that can divide 40 without leaving a remainder. So we have 1 and 40. Because 40 divided by 1, we get a 40. Then the second factor is 2. 40 divided by 2, we get a 20. Then the next one is 4. 40 divided by 4, we get a 10. Then the next one is 5. 40 divided by 5, we get an 8. So which means these are our factors of 40. Numbers that can divide 40 without leaving a remainder. Then let's look for factors of 50. Numbers that can divide 50 without leaving a remainder. The first one is going to be 1. 50 divided by 1, we get a 50. Then the second one is going to be 2. 50 divided by 2, we are going to get a 25. Then the second one is going to be 4. No, 4 is not a factor of 50. So it means the second one is going to be a 5. 50 divided by 5, we're going to get a 10. We're going to get a 10. So which means these are the factors of 50. So let me write this here and then let me erase this. Yes. So it means these are factors of 40 and 50. Now you're going to look for the highest number that appears in factors of 40, and then the highest number that appears in factors of 50 as well. So you're going to look for a number here that also appears here, a number that is here but also appears here. So that number is I think you can see it's a 10 there, and then it's a 10 here. We are picking the largest one because we are saying the highest. We are picking the highest one, the highest or the biggest one. I think you can see that there's a 5 here and there's a 5 here, but we are not interested in the 5. We are interested in the highest, the biggest number that appears in both. So which means your final answer is going to be 10. The highest common factor of 40 and 50 is going to be 10. Then let's do another example. Let's look for the highest common factor of 10, 10 and 15. Highest common factor of 10 and 15. So we do the same thing. We are first going to start off by looking for factors of 10, numbers that can divide 10 without leaving a remainder. So the first factor is going to be 1, because 10 divided by 10 is 1. Sorry, 10 divided by 1 is 10, because I said 1 is a factor of every number. 1 is a factor of every number. So 10 divided by 1, it gives us a 10. So the second factor is going to be 2. 10 divided by 2, we get a 5. So these are our factors of 10. Now let's look for factors of 15. The first factor is going to be 1, because we said 1 is a factor of every number. Then the second one is going to be 3. 15 divided by 3, we get a 5. Then the next one is going to be a 15. So these are our factors of 10 and factors of 50. So now remember, we are looking for the highest common factor, the highest number that appears here, and that number also appears there. The highest number that appears there, and then the highest number that appears there as well. So the highest number that appears in both of these, we have a 5 here, we have a 5 here. So which means the highest common factor of 10 and 15 is 5. So I'm saying to find the highest common factor, start off by listing the factors for all the numbers that you are given. Then from there, look at the highest number that appears in both factors of your numbers. Then that number will be the highest common factor.